Hey Joe, it's Folks here. Getting your print-on-demand store open can be difficult, but sometimes making your first 1,000 sales can be harder. That's what we're talking about in this video today. I want to show you an awesome print-on-demand store that is seemingly brand new, but they are off to a great start and seem to have passed 1,000 sales relatively fast. And of course, what we're talking about is building an awesome looking store, choosing amazing niches, selecting low competition products, and of course, social media marketing. If those are things you need help with, I also have a free course. It's called POD for Dummies. Inside are over 30 videos showing you how to start your store and market your products on social media. Like I said, it is completely free and there is a link in the description. And the store that we're looking at is actually one that I came across in my own research for my own print-on-demand store. Here on YouTube, I've been showing some things that I've been doing with a second store that I opened a few months ago. It is about to cross $30,000 in sales. Make sure to check out some of my other videos to see that breakdown. But I found this store because I was researching for my store. The store that we're looking at today is doing something very similar to me. I came across this ad here, so I clicked it. We'll come back to the ad in a moment. I first just want to show you what they're actually doing. The name of the store is called onebungalowlane.shop. They are selling print-on-demand metal signs to various niches. They're giving a great option with these address signs here, and they've done a lot of really awesome stuff on their actual store. Recently, I've been making a lot of content about selling metal signs, and I don't want you to think that that is the only product that you can sell. That is just the product that I'm currently selling. Since 2016, I've had a lot of different print-on-demand stores and I've sold a lot of products, and I've made dozens of reviews of different types of things that you can sell on a print-on-demand store here on my channel. So even if you're not selling metal signs, that's totally fine. You can still apply everything that I'm going to go through in this video today. What we're going to do is a full store tour. I'm going to break down almost every piece of this store and talk about why I think it's helping them to make sales. We'll talk about their niches. We'll talk about the unique designs that they have and the unique approach that they have to creating these metal sign products for their niches. And then we'll jump in and I'll do a full breakdown on their social media strategy. So for starters here, the store is called onebungalowlane.shop. I think that is an awesome name. It is not your typical print-on-demand store name. It actually feels like a real branded store that you would typically see selling home decor items like this. At the top here, they have an amazing banner showing one of their products. I'm assuming the person in the photo might be someone that's related to, or even the store owner themselves. On the right hand side, they have some text talking about what they do. Below that, they've got a really great section with some icons showing some different parts of the product, talking about multiple display options, which I'll get into in a moment. They give a little description about the product, that it is cut from 18 gauge steel. They talk about how it's made in the USA and that there are original artwork designs. They also have a great color scheme going on here on the store. You can see this like blue and gold color. I think that looks really nice. As we continue to scroll down, we see some of their best-selling products. One thing that struck me about this section here is that for each one of them, they have a real photo if you actually hover over it. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do this with every single print-on-demand product that you sell, but you can see the nice look that this has on the store. At the end of the day, we are creating a business with print-on-demand, and if you're creating a business, sometimes stuff like this is necessary. Even if you're not selling metal signs, no matter what you're selling, having real photos on your store can be a game changer. I would suggest getting yourself a sample or two to at least create a few images on your site. Even if you used a sample just to create an image like this, the sample that you are ordering would be worth it in my opinion. They're also doing free shipping on this product. You can see that up here. In a moment, I'll go to the supplier, we'll break down their profitability as well, and I think doing free shipping is the right move. They also have this section here that they are featured in American farmhouse style cottages and bungalows, Etsy, and TikTok shop. I'm not really sure what the first two are. The second two, I'm assuming they have those there because they sell on those platforms, so they're saying that they are featured there. Below that, they have a really great section talking about a review they received from a customer, but they made some great artwork to showcase it. This banner that they have here with this text is really awesome at driving home the branding of their site. Below that, we have some more of their designs. These ones here also seem to have what look like real photos. I think these are actually mock-ups though, because they don't look as crisp as the other ones, but either way, they do look very awesome, and I think they're likely helping them to make sales. This section here I thought was super smart. They basically took one of their mock-ups and made this graphic for the store talking about the different features of the product. Below that, they have some different collections. It seems like for niches, they've basically chosen a few that would make sense for the product that they are selling. We'll take a look at some of their designs in a moment. Right here, they've created a great graphic showing one of their signs in front of a home, a couple playing with the dog in the grass, and a couple of reasons of why their product would be a great fit for a specific type of gift. Obviously, someone doesn't have to buy this product as a gift though, it could be something they are just buying for themselves. And right here, they also have a decent amount of customer reviews. They have a total of 171 reviews. The reason I think they have made 1,000 sales is because in my experience, typically customers will leave reviews at about a 10% rate, which means if they've got 10% of their reviews, they've got about 1,700 sales. Up in their menu, they have a few typical things up here: track your order, happy customers, gift cards, frequently asked questions, and a contact page. Now, something that I think was extremely smart about what this store is actually doing is the way that they are positioning their signs. These are not just typical signs that someone's going to hang somewhere in their house. These are actually personalized address signs. These are actually types of signs that I am personally selling as well, and it gives the customer a great utility for the product. Recently on my channel, I made this video here talking about something I call the t-shirt trap. The t-shirt trap is basically being forced to choose low competition niches if you want to sell shirts. In that video, I talked about how when you choose low competition products and you choose something that makes sense for your niche, you can actually make more sales. This here is a perfect example of that. Even if you're not selling metal signs like this, you want to think about what different things you could offer to your niche that actually makes sense, that could help you to get impulse purchases from customers. This here is a perfect example of choosing a low competition product, choosing a niche, and giving someone a great reason to buy the product. One thing I thought was interesting about this as well is they are offering this in both a sign that goes into the ground as well as one that actually hangs on the wall. You can see here on the product page that I can choose a display style. The one with the ground stakes is on the left, and then the one that hangs on the wall is on the right. As we continue to scroll, they have a section here for personalization. I've talked about in some of my other videos how to actually make that happen. On the left-hand side here, they have a pretty good format to their description, talking about the actual features of the product. They also have a little trust badge on the right, as well as an order estimate here, talking about time frames with their actual products. If we continue to scroll, they've recycled some of the content from their homepage here as well. They've created more graphics detailing the process of actually placing an order on their store. They have a really awesome video here showing one of their products, and then they also have some reviews down at the bottom. If we continue to scroll, they also have this same graphic from the homepage, as well as this review banner here and the perfect gift option here as well. They've basically built themselves an awesome looking product page. This is essentially everything I always talk about trying to do with a print-on-demand store. They have truly created a real brand. Everything from the homepage to the product page looks like a cohesive store, and it's no surprise to me that they are actually making sales. Now, before we talk about the actual marketing that's involved with this store, I sort of want to just break down profitability for you. This kind of goes a little bit towards my previous comments about choosing things besides t-shirts. You can see that they are selling a 12-inch sign here for a selling price of $70.95. This is a print-on-demand product from a company called T-Launch. The 12-inch sign is going to cost $17.25. For shipping, that product is going to cost $10, which means their cost on this is $17 plus $10, which is $27. They're selling this sign here for $70.95. It's very likely that some of their customers are buying some of these other signs as well, but they're likely making a very healthy profit margin on this product. Again, going back to that video I referenced earlier about the t-shirt trap, when you start selling other products, you can make a lot more in profit. As I also mentioned, I have dozens of different product reviews here on my channel. A lot of the products that I show make 5 or even 10 times the profit of a shirt. And if you're looking to create yourself a real brand like this, sometimes branching out from t-shirts could be a good option. I'm not saying you can't have shirts on your store, but your store should have a star product. And again, I'm not saying it has to be metal signs. This is just one example with this store here. As I mentioned as well in the beginning of the video, I do have a free course. It's called POD for Dummies. It shows you how to build your own store and get started on social media. There is a link down in the description. And this is where things get interesting. This here is the store's Facebook page. They only have 189 followers, and here on Instagram they have under 100 followers. The key for them making their sales is actually through their paid ads. If we click on the About tab here, and then we click on Page Transparency, and then click on See All, we can see that this page is currently running ads. If we click Go to Ad Library, we can see that they have dozens of ads running. As we scroll through this, we'll take a look in a moment at some of the designs that they are actually promoting. We can see that the start dates are listed on the ads. If we scroll all the way to the bottom here, we can see that they have been running ads since June 7th. And like I said, they have a bunch of of sales likely, and they seem to be doing very well. One of the things that I was struck by with their ads is how awesome each one of their ad images are. As I showed you before, they are relying heavily on real photos for these ads. I'm not saying that you have to use real photos in your social media marketing. I have sold lots of print-on-demand products without using a real photo, but this just goes to show that if you did get yourself a few samples, you can create awesome ads like this. They basically took a photo of their product, they overlaid some text on top of it telling the customer about a discount code, and then they added a Shop Now button to the actual image. If we sort of scroll through, you can see that each one of their ads are sort of created in this way. Whoever is taking these photos likely is pretty good at photography. I'm not saying, again, that you need to be an expert at photography. I'm just saying that this is an example of exactly how you can maximize potential with a print-on-demand store. The person that's running this is not having to ship any of their products themselves, but what they are doing is they are ordering themselves a few samples, taking a lot of really awesome photos and promoting them on social media. Obviously, running ads costs money. That's why I talk all the time about starting low budget ads. I start each one of my ads at just $1 per day, and then the idea is to slowly scale up. You're not having to start an ad and instantly spend $500 a day on it. And that's likely exactly what this store has done as well. Just like I mentioned, here inside of the ads library, we can see that they started running some of their first ads on June 7th. It's very likely that since then, these ads have made sales and they've begun to launch even more. They've basically probably been reinvesting profits into their store, into their marketing, and ultimately it has begun to produce them a lot of sales. And ultimately, I wanted to show you a cool example of a store that I think is doing everything right. That way, if you are getting started, you can sort of use this as a guide, even if you're not selling print-on-demand metal signs. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this store. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.